There are those that are still not convinced by what I presented so far within the Dietary Code mini video lessons series. Many have unanswered questions. How do we know you're telling the truth, Brother Harris? This may be your theological spin on what's been presented so far. And that's fair to say. So many even still cling to the old Christian saying, this is the New Testament now. The Dietary Code is no longer binding because, that's in the Old Testament. Well, if you still don't believe me, let me ask you this. Do you believe in the New Testament? And do you believe that Yeshua spoken about in the New Testament, he has fulfilled all those Old Testament prophecies, except for those relating to his second advent? Do you believe he's done that? I suspect that the answer is yes. If so, let's look into prophecy of the Old Testament and see what it is or was to be fulfilled in the New Testament by Yeshua. Let's turn to Isaiah 66, verses 15 through 18. And it states the following. For behold, Yah will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will Yah plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yah shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree, in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination, and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith Yah. Now wait a minute. Let's pause right there. Look at this, viewer. Look at this. Did you read what I just read? It's talking about people eating swine and rodents. These are unclean animals mentioned in the law of God, stating we shouldn't eat them. And guess what? According to prophecy, those who eat these abominations will be consumed by fire. Let's continue reading verse 18. For I know their works and their thoughts. Whoa! Hold on, viewer. Let's stop right there. Let's look at this. Look at what Yah is saying. I have another mini lesson stating that Yah knows what's in your heart by what you do, according to Deuteronomy 8 and 2 of the Bible. And here it is again. Yah is accompanying a person's thoughts with their works. Remember what Yeshua said in Matthew 15:19? For out of the heart comes evil thoughts. Right? Look at what Yah is showing you. And the next verse says the following. It shall come that I will gather all the nations in tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. Now, this is clearly the end times, folks. The prophecy of when Yeshua comes back in the glory and power of our Creator. This hasn't been fulfilled yet. So again, I ask, do you believe that Yeshua, spoken about in the New Testament, has fulfilled all the Old Testament prophecies concerning him, except for those relating to his second advent? And if you answered yes, then this prophecy will indeed come true too, right? Well then, now you know that what I've been saying throughout this series is the correct way to understand the text. The scriptures line up perfectly without contradiction. Contradictions only occur when we, as fallible human beings, interpret the text incorrectly, or if we purposely insert things within the text which are not originally there. Folks, time is of the essence. Failure to act within the time the Almighty Creator has given you to come to Him constitutes a lack of a sense of urgency on your part. Time is running out. If you truly believe and you are a practitioner of the Bible, the time is now for you to accept the truth. Choose for you this day whom it is you will serve. As for me and my house, I will serve Yah.